What's up, my good people? This is Blue Ball Forex, and ladies and gentlemen of goodwill, I welcome you again to the Forex Empire. This is where theory meets practice. Now, I want to be very specific. So many people do not actually understand that the key to profitability in Forex market is combining so many approaches to be able to come up with an edge. Okay, and when we talk about Forex, so many people think of support and resistance, exponential moving average, parabolic SAR, price action, double tops, double bottom, held and shadow pattern, which is actually a very nice trading models. But look at me straight to the eyes. All right, I've never been this honest before, guys. Technical analysis alone has never produced any profitable trader. Technical analysis, just drawing support and resistance line, that alone is not enough to make you a profitable trader. And that is why I'm here to give you the extra thing that you might be needing for you to be able to succeed in the Forex market. And what is that? Actually, you need something that is beyond support and resistance lines. You need something that is beyond double tops and double bottoms, and that is basically what we call the fundamental analysis. All right, now what are fundamental analysis? Fundamental analysis involves studying things that are outside the Forex market chart. All right, things outside the candlesticks that have direct implication or direct effect to the candlesticks. We have geopolitical events, we have political events, we have economic data release. Those are called fundamentals. All right, anytime we hear, for example, the president of the US is speaking, the market must react to that in a very aggressive way. We have elections probably in the US, the market will react to that. We have Bank of Japan intervention, the market must react to that. We have a war which we call now military tensions. We have military escalations. We have those kind of effect. Those basically affect the Forex market. We have what do we call it? We have elections like the one that we had previously for the US that basically will affect the Forex market. So there are so many things outside the Forex charts that actually influence how these particular candlesticks will behave. And let me tell you also something. As a retail trader, you are actually disadvantaged because the information that you receive, even the information that plays out in the candlesticks, is also a lagging information. So you need to be proactive. You need to be able to know what is the market doing, at least to be able to project for that particular day. Guys, let me give you an insight that has changed my life. Anytime before you execute either a buy or a sell setup, you must ask yourself, what is the effect of this particular trade sentimentally, technically, and fundamentals? All right, so many people focus on technical analysis and they are not profitable. So many people focus on technical analysis and fundamental analysis, they are fairly profitable. Those are the people who will hear them saying it's a pata potea today, tomorrow they don't have but the few people master the art of trading. They work on so many things. They work on technical analysis, they work on fundamental analysis, and they work on sentimental analysis, and above all, they work on themselves. Now, when you talk of sentimental analysis, now this is where we are looking at, from my context, how I trade or how I analyze sentimental analysis. I look at something we call speculative sentiment index. It's available for free. This is data that you can even access from my fxbook.com. You just need to go there and study how many people, especially retail traders, look at me straight to the eyes. Retail traders almost lose money all the time. Okay, retail traders always lose money all the time. That is because they control 2 to 3% of the total volume that is traded in the Forex market. So you want to be in the either side of the institution, but without working for them. All right, you are not working for institution here, but you want to follow the footprints of hedge funds, the footprints of banks, the footprints of Federal Reserve, the footprints of strategic fund managers and other, for you to be able to get something from this particular market. So you do not want to compete against them, and most of the retail traders do against those particular big institutions, and that is how they end up losing money. All right, so what I mean by speculative sentiment index is looking how many people have bought, how many retail traders are going long on Japanese yen. So if so many people are buying USD JPY, basically it means that 90% chances are that particular market is likely to go the opposite, and so you are looking for the opposite of what the rest are doing. That is how you foster sustainability in this particular forex market. Always remember to buy the fear, and sell the excitement. So when people are so excited to enter for buys, don't enter. Okay, you better not enter or do the opposite, because most of the time the market will do exactly the opposite. This is psychology that I have learned for the last 5 years I've been interacting with the forex chart. But anyway, let's dive to the agenda of today. So today I'm teaching you guys how to look at the forex factory and know what exact news are popping out, and also I'll be guiding you briefly on how to use basically what we call the other platform for analyzing this particular data. All right, so let's end over to the chart and be able to look at a few things. Now, the first thing that you need to see is this particular forex factory. This is called Forex Factory. All right, you need to come to forexfactory.com. This is completely free. Nobody will ever charge you for this. 98% of the most valuable asset in forex trading are completely free, including my copy trading. If you want to copy my trades, like anytime I buy, you are also MetaTrader 5 buys. Anytime I sell, you are also account sells. That service is completely for free of charge. I don't charge for that, but you need something. You need a big, not a big account. You need a fair account. You need a fair account. So if you have an account, let's say $500, $1,000, $10,000, you can be able to integrate completely for free and be able to leverage on the same. What I mean is that you need to have that particular account, because it's completely free. Anyway, away from that, even this Forex Factory is free of charge. Now, this is it. If you need to look at the news or the data release, now this one is used to study the economic data releases are going to be released, and the economic data release we look at in various angles, including employment rates, unemployment rates, average hourly earnings, average monthly earnings. We look at what we call PMIs. We look at what we call how do you call it? FOMC. FOMC means Federal Open Market Committee, and this is a committee that talks about your interest rates. It talks about employments. And remember, these are the things that directly affect the economy. So when you talk of this particular website, it is where all that data release is basically printed for you to be able to look at. For example, now here we have this particular data printing out here. Now we have 3 calibrations here. The first one, as you can see, we have yellow data. This is data for Japanese yen, which was supposed to be released on that particular day. And the same column, we have another one that is red, and we have another one that is relatively red, not red, somewhere there in between. So we'll be talking about the difference between this. So now, when you come here, you need to come and look for this broom here. What do you call this filter thing? Click on it that way. All right. Now this is where it gets interesting. You must not get all that data. You just need to be very specific in your trading. Listen, guys, I'm a social scientist in my other world, and one of the principles that we say in social science is you need to know everything about something and something about everything. All right, so the fact that you know about Euro USD, you know about GBP pound, you know about XAU USD, you know about fiber, you know about silver, you know about stocks, you know about gold. If you decided to diversify and trade everything, I can guarantee you are not going to be profitable at all. All right, but if you narrow your scope to a specific assets, you will hear big traders who live in Dubai, others live in whatever, big traders, you will hear them talking about trading specific assets like GBP, JPY. You will hear the guy trades GBP. Everything to do with the pound is in. The day you will bring gold is out of the market. The day you will bring some other, so you have to be specific with what you want. All right, now for me, I trade any asset that has USD in it. This tells you I strictly deal with major currencies. All right, now For this one, I don't need the euro. I don't want to know fundamentals of the euro. I don't need that because I don't trade it. For me, it's a distraction. I also don't need anything to do with the GBP, so I will come and uncheck GBP. And then I don't want anything to do with the Japanese yen. I don't trade Japanese yen. I don't live in Japan. I don't intend to go there at any point of life. So again, that's a distraction for me. So I uncheck also the Japanese yen, and by this I will only be left with the USD. And so this is what I need to be trading. So I need to select the USD. I check that particular box. Now I come to the other side. Now this one means we have a bank holiday. So you can leave it in case there is a bank holiday. You can be able to get notified. During the bank holidays, the market moves very, very slow, or they don't move at all. So you don't want to trade in a market that is lagging, you know, taking your money slowly or giving you very little at the end of the day. So during the bank holiday, we need to know that we are not going to engage the market. And so this particular silver check button here is the one going to guide us on that. So you uncheck that one, you check that one, because you need to know when we have bank holiday, not for you to trade, so that you don't trade. All right. And I always tell you guys, it's not a matter of life and death. You must not press buy or sell. Nice one. Now the next one, you need to look at this yellow one. This means very low impact news. Very low impact news. The news might come, the economic data might be released, but it's actually very low. So you also need to uncheck that one that way. And then the third one is this one. This means low impact. Low impact. Also, you don't need something that is low. The only thing that you need which is low should be your pride. Okay, you don't need anything else being low. So also that one you uncheck. So you are being left with high impact news, which is this red one, and this other one, which is silver, to mean there is bank holiday. And then you click apply the filter. Now when I apply the filter, as you can see, it's only bringing me USD news, because that is the one I requested for. I unchecked anything else. It's only bringing me all the data that has USD in it, and it's only bringing me all the high impact news for USD, because that is the only thing that I am interested in. Now for this one, you can see we have Fed Chair Powell speaks. This one has not yet played out. This one will be tomorrow, I think. This is March. Yeah, exactly. So today is on Thursday. This one has printed currently. You can see the other one has not yet printed. There is no information here. So this one is calibrated into previous data that printed the forecast and the actual. Now I want you to pay attention to this. So many people gonna tell you, focus on the forecast. Listen, forecast is basically what the market analysts, okay, are anticipating, and it is not always correct. These are what financial advisors are just accepting. So here, this column for forecast, I would like you to forget about it a little bit. So many people will tell you, compare forecast versus the actual. Don't. All right, don't. Because I've traded for a very long time and I know what works and what does not. And this forecast thing is one crap that you don't want. This is basically what so many people are anticipating. It does not always become the case. So focus on the previous. So you want to compare the previous data that they printed and the actual data that will print. For example, we had unemployment claims that was printed at 4:30, and the data was positive for USD. And when the data is positive for USD, it means XAUUSD is supposed to sell, or all the asset that has USD as a quote currency, they are supposed to sell. But when the data is negative, in case it printed rent here, red means it is negative. Negative means it came data which is lower than the one that had printed, because when you look here, we had 242K. That is what was printed previously, but now the actual data that just printed now, it was exactly 221K. So this means the data that was printed here is actually positive data, and because it's a positive data, then it means that USD related asset are supposed to be buying. So long as they have USD as a base currency, they are supposed to buy. If they have USD as a quote currency, they are basically supposed to sell. All right, now for this one, you need to compare what is happening and what basically happened previously. Then you also need to understand some of this news. We have some of these news which are lagging. Like for example, when you talk about these speeches are instant. When we are Fed Chair Powell speaking, this is the news that actually moves quite aggressively for this particular asset. It will be tomorrow. Anytime we have an employment news, average earnings, anytime we have ISM, which is a PMI services, these are called lagging indicators. Sometimes its impact will come maybe after 5-10 minutes, and so you will see that has no effect, let me just let my trade running. Then after 5 minutes you find 2 long candlesticks, which basically blows your account or gives you a lot of money. So you need also to be very careful when you are operating this particular data printing website. All right, so you need to specifically be focusing on the calendar, and of course you can study news here in case you want to know what is coming up, what people are anticipating. So this is the news. When you say UK, we are dealing with the pound here, tariff war, China says so. For example, here mostly we are going to have US being affected, the US dollar, because it's one of the greatest partners in terms of business to this particular country. And also this one is UK related asset, ECB monetary policy. So here you can be able to read all that. Here we have what Trump says directly affect the US dollar, so you need also to get all this information from here. But what is important for you is the calendar. And guys, every time you wake up, there are 2 things to check. Number 1, you need to check the calendar of that particular day to be able to see what news do we have. You don't want to find yourself having just blown your account casually just like that, because this news can even move even 150 pips within 1 minute, making sure that it has taken all your account or it has replicated some significant profits in your account, because the market is binary. Either way, it's either losses or profits in this particular industry. In the meantime, it's a good buy. Remember to give this particular video a thumb up in case I've guided you on something, and also remember also to subscribe. That is one of the ways you can be able to motivate me to continue making this kind of content for you to be able to get advantage of, or you to be able to benefit from. So lastly, guys, I have attached a link in my bio. That link will lead you to the broker that I use in case you want to trade with my broker. That is the broker that I use, and that is the broker that I would recommend that you also use, because they have fair spreads and all that. I don't want to talk about them. You just experience them by yourself. So this is Blue Bull Forex. We're going to talk more and more in the next subsequent videos. For now, it's a goodbye from this particular side. Goodbye.